And stretch your neck, stretch your shoulders, just get into your body. And exhale out through your mouth. All the way to the bottom, all the way to the bottom. Inhale through your nose. This will be the last one. As much as you can, as big as you can, biggest breath of the day. Hold at the top. And exhale out through your nose. Just coming back into this moment, back into your body, into here and right now. You can move your fingers, move your toes. You can open your eyes. Smile on the face. Present, ready to rock. All right. Cool. Let's go. So, quick little recap. I mean, we've had a couple powerful sessions. Day one, we talked about creating transformational offers. And would love to know, like, if you were here on day one, what stuck out to you? What do you recall? What do you remember from day one? What was helpful? What was useful? What'd you catch? What'd you learn? From day one, when we talked about creating transformational offers, talked about finding people in the transitions. We talked about how to price. We talked about how to reduce the risk. What did you get out of day one? Would love to know. Drop it in the chat. In day two, we talked about, Brandon came in and dropped some bombs around running ads, how to scale them. What I loved is somehow you found a way to bring biblical principles into running ads, which is freaking epic, dude. I just love and appreciate that that's your mission. That's what you're here doing. It's so good. And so if you were here on day two, let me know in the chat, like, what'd you catch? What'd you learn? What stuck out for you? Let's hear it. I learned I need to focus on my offer, getting clarity. Missed the first two sessions. All good. So, like, building these coaching businesses, there's, like, the reason that we did this 3-day challenge in the way that we did is I feel like a lot of coaches overcomplicate the process of building a coaching business. Like, that's been is that true for you, Brandon? Like, do you see that? People overcomplicating the whole process, and and it typically shows up as like overwhelm, frustration, overthinking, getting stuck in funnel building hells, just creating like 100 different offers. I don't know. How does it show? How do you see it? Like with your clients, how do they typically? What do you see in terms of overcomplicating it? Hmm. Yeah. Totally. Yes. Yeah, and that's kind of like anybody who's saying that there's only one right way, instantly skeptical. But I do think that there are things that we can do with the offer creation or with building out systems or even running ads that make it simple. And they come with foundational principles. And something that I learned the hard way is, especially when you're trying to grow the business, the more complicated you make it, the more it's going to break, the bigger that you get. And so, like, as you're growing, there's that saying, simple scales and complexity fails. And that's with every single part of your business, with your offer, when you go to run ads, when you go to build out systems, simple works. And when it comes to systems, which is what we're going to talk about here today, I feel like most people's experience with systems is that it is not simple. Is that a fair assumption? What is your experience in one word in the chat? Like, how would you describe your relationship with systems? When you think of systems, what is ugh, that's good. Elusive. What do you think of when you think of systems? What is it for you? Like frustrating, overwhelming, perhaps? I love them, but don't have one. Yeah, okay, great. Processes, organization, overwhelming, freeing. Yeah, great. Cool. So systems are vitally important if, like what I see, if you struggle with any of these, like you don't have time, you don't have leads, or you don't have sales, systems are going to help you with all of these things. Okay? Systems give you sales, leads, and time. And so this is what we're going to talk about today. And also, just so that we are totally clear, at the end of today, we're going to make an offer. So we've been running these challenges to show, that hopefully provide some value and help you regardless of just being in our free communities. We've invited both of our free communities, and we just really want to serve. And I think that's something that Brandon and I both have similar hearts with, is just literally here to help as we can. It's also why we run our business with a free community. I think that at the core of both of what we're doing is like we have generosity as a growth strategy. That's kind of that's why it works, is like we literally I think understand that the more you give, the more it just comes back. And I really feel like what's true for me is abundance really is that, where the more you give, the more you're given to then give again. It's like you can be trusted if you are generous, and then you're trusted with more, whether it's God, universe, however you want to, say it, but it's like, that's how it works. And so, and that's baked into our business models. And that's why we do free challenges, and that's why we do free communities, and we just try to help people before they ever pay us. And then for the people who are committed, the people who are ready to like get it on and like get the support and get, have their feet held to the fire and have support and, get called into their greatness, well, then you pay us and we'll like hold that space for you. And that's what we're doing here today. And I hope you get value out of this regardless. But at the end of this call, I just want to have it be clear that we're going to make an offer. And if anybody doesn't want to hear it, we're going to give you fair warning to leave. And if you do want to hear it, we'll let you know when it's coming. And we're going to try and get all of this done in 1 hour. I know Brandon's got a hard stop at the top. So we're just going to let it rip. Cool? That cool with everybody? That's cool. Drop some fire in the chat. Let me know if you're down with that. If that sounds fair, light it up. I want to make sure I'm not talking to a bunch of AI bots here. Do we have humans up in here? I see some people. We got some fire. Let's go. All right, cool. Deal. Let's dive in. So I think it was on day one. Like I have this framework that has been super helpful for me. And I shared this on day one, and it's basically how I help my clients unblock wherever they're at. Because in your business, you're going to run into bottlenecks and challenges, but I promise you it will always only ever be one of these 5 things. And if you can identify what the bottleneck is, then you can consistently make progress, unlock the bottleneck, and move forward. And the 5 things are going to be your own self-leadership. Then there's your signature offer. I don't know if you guys can hear my crying baby in the back, but she's right by the door. No? Okay, cool. Hear the little scratching. Signature offer. Then we've got the next thing is skill sets, right? You need skills. then there are your systems, and then there are the strategies that you use to get clients. And it's in this particular order, because if your self-leadership is not on point, if your energy is not on point, if your beliefs are not on point, doesn't matter. Your strategies are only going to work to the degree of your own self-leadership. And so this is a way of like that we just, if right now you probably be able to look at these and be like, which one of these is the biggest opportunity for me? Which one is the block? And today we're going to be unpacking systems. Specifically, systems is a way of thinking. And when you think this way, this is maybe the biggest challenge that I see most coaches have, is what ends up happening is they're like, I'm going to be a coach. I'm an expert in this, field, and I'm going to be a coach. But they basically just create a job for themselves. And it's a job for themselves that pays less money and takes more time. And they're like, what the heck is this? I thought I was trying to be an entrepreneur to be free and have more time and make more money. But the reason that they don't is because they don't understand systems and they don't think in terms of systems. The systems are the thing that gives you the freedom. Does that make sense? And so for a lot of people, this is a big roadblock. And this is our system. This is a system that we use, that I've shared before, that, again, it's like in your business, there's a few things you need. You need to be able to attract clients. We do that with ads. You need to be able to nurture them. We do that with school. You need to have a great offer. We do that we use a hybrid offer. You need to be able to scale, and you need to be able to convert. Let's go with blue. These are the things that every business needs. You need to be able to attract, nurture, convert, deliver great experience, and scale. All right. And the systems that we have built revolve around school. And there are 5 that when you have in your business, give you a level of predictability. Like before you even have MRR, before you have monthly recurring revenue, if you have predictable lead flow, if you have a predictable process for enrolling clients, that's the first level of stability. The second level of stability is like monthly recurring revenue. Does that make sense? So what I want to talk about is this piece here, because this is the honestly what I see a lot of coaches like totally missing the mark on. So when you run ads, here's something that, I don't see a lot of people talking about. A lot of people think of ads as like the solution. And Brandon yesterday talked about like the ads are only going to work to like who you are, right? Who you're being. It's like the ads is only going to magnify who you are, what your offer is, right? There's that. But another thing is, even if your ads are good, your offer's good, the market is only ever going to be 3% of the market is going to be ready to buy at the particular moment that they see your ad. 47% of the market will be ready to buy in 1 to 6 months from now. And 50% of the market will never buy. And so if you do not have a system in place that nurtures, that fosters relationship, that gets people to know, like, and trust you, you're missing out on the biggest opportunity for generating the cash flow. Does that make sense? Like a lot of people just are doing this strategy, just Instagram. And it works, but it's a really small percentage of like leads who buy right away. And they do. Let me see if I pin. Can you guys see my screen okay? Yeah. Okay, this making sense? So when we talk about, so inside of our school community, this is the whole system. This is how it works. We, through organic efforts and paid ads, we connect with people and we get leads. And we direct them into our free school community. And a lot of you have probably been in our free school community and you've probably seen these exact things. These are all systems. We have 3 questions when you come in. There's a pending email that comes. There's a welcome email sequence. right? There's a process that we have that gets people to know, like, and trust us and actually engage with our community. We are number like 600 in terms on the whole platform for engagement in our community. We're number 600 in terms of an active and engaged community. Why is that? Because we have systems in place that generate engagement. Okay? And this is where people get to know, like, and trust us in here. But this isn't enough. If you only have people who know, like, and trust you, you need to have a system that actually converts people. Right? And there are 5 ways that we typically convert people into our paid programs. And these are all the systems. Okay? But this is as complicated as it needs to be. Okay? You need leads, you nurture them, you convert them, and then you deliver an amazing experience. That's it. This is all there is to it. There's no more mystery. This is the things that you need. And so the 5 pieces are how we convert is we convert through emails, we convert through chat, we convert through coaching calls, we convert through workshops like this one, and we convert through retargeting ads. And all of these are run through a system that we created called the Backpack. And this is basically a white labeled version of Go High Level, but we customized it to work with our business model for coaches who use school predominantly. But today I'm going to show you just like what those systems are and whether or not you use the Backpack or not. These are the same systems that you need in your business regardless, whatever systems, like whatever software you use. These are the systems that will help you to make more sales. Okay. Let me ask you this question. So right now, like, how do you guys convert your clients right now? Which one of these do you guys use? Do you use emails? Do you sell by chat? Do you do like on calls, workshops? Outreach like a G, let's go. All of the above, email and organic. Okay, great. Let me know. If this was a roadmap, this would be the like, you are here in a workshop. Calls and workshops. Amazing. One like caveat to this is like, do you enjoy one of these more than the other? Like, you don't have to have all of them, but just like curious if you have a preference. Like, I really love doodling on my iPad. This is one of my favorite things to do. Hang out with some people, scribble on an iPad, talk about some big ideas. Yeah, you guys like workshops too? Yeah, I love workshops. They're great. All right. So I'm just going to blast through these 5. And if you have questions, you can let them rip. But really what I wanted to do is just like reveal, hey, these are the 5 systems that you need. And I'll talk about each of them. So when it comes to emails, all right, there are a few sets of emails that will dramatically increase your conversions. The first one is, I'll keep the easy one, is appointment reminders. Okay, this is drop it in the chat, yes or no. Do you have reminders, emails that go out when somebody books a call? Yes or no? Second email, we call the green to ripe, but it's basically a welcome sequence. In Russell Brunson's book, he called it the indoctrination sequence. It helps people get to like where you provide value. And basically what this sequence looks like is number 1 is you typically deliver, they opted in for something, so you deliver it. Then there's 1, 2, 3 emails where you provide value. And then there's a call to action. And then number 3 is like, I would say the broadcast or just like your newsletter. Okay. Cool. So these are the three. If you have these three email sequences, you're going to have more people showing up to your calls. People are going to get warmed up faster. This should be somewhere between like 3 to 7 days. And then this nurtures people over time. Cool. So if you were just starting or you're building out, or even if you've been at it for a while, these are three like must-have systems around emails that are going to help you. One other thing I'll talk about, like with emails, this is kind of like have you guys ever, I really like something, I forget, I think it might have been Dean Jackson, but it's called the super signature. And this is a low-key way of promoting your stuff, where you send an email, you provide a lot of value in the email, and then it's basically just like, P.S., here are 4 ways or 3 ways we can work together. But it's just in the P.S. statement. So a lot of people like oversell in the emails, but this is like a great little provide value in the email, and then P.S., here's 3 ways we can work together. Way more receptive, way better clicks. Yeah. All right, cool. So that's emails. All right. The next system that you want to have in place is chat. Drop an emoji in the chat if you sell your services through chat. Does anybody sell through chat? All right, we got one. Sell by chat is such a huge unlock, especially if you have kids. It's like, that was such a big unlock for me to be able to, this would have been like 2 weeks ago. My wife had to run out. I think she was getting her hair did or something. And I was, my littlest one had to take a nap. So I'm bouncing on the ball, just like putting this little one to bed. But I was like in a chat conversation. She falls asleep, and literally a $12,000 deal by chat with a baby in my arms. It's like, that is the unlock, I don't have to book a call, can do it by chat. And there's 3 things that you need to be able to sell by chat. One is you need a really great offer. Number 2 is you need a little bit of skill. There's like a little bit of skill in the chat. And number 3 is you need a content ecosystem. The content ecosystem is the thing that gets people to trust you enough without a call. And if you have these 3 things, selling by chat is easy. But then what do you use to manage the chats? Great question. We use the backpack. So the backpack brings in all of the chats from Instagram. We have a live widget. So we just built a chat bot for our school community that knows where all of our courses and resources are. So our members from our free community can chat with our AI chat bot, and all of those conversations come into the backpack. And then we manually track some stuff like with school, because school doesn't like fully integrate. So we've had to get creative with a couple things, which we have found some interesting ways to do with Notion and Backpack and school. But having a system that actually organizes the chats. Riddle me this, like if I went into your chat box, like into your Instagram or into your Facebook or into your phone, how many deals do you think have just been left pending? How many opportunities have been just sitting there that you like forgot about? Maybe you dropped an offer and never followed up. How many? So many. All the money is in the follow-up. And if you don't have a system that reminds you to go talk to those people or to track what those conversations are doing, you're literally just leaving a ridiculous amount of money on the table. And so having a system in place is vital. Right? Having a way of organizing all of the leads and tagging them so that you know where your leads are at. Vital. All right? So this is sell by chat. There's a little skill, you need an offer, you need an ecosystem, and then you need like tracking. Would you add anything into this one, Brandon? I mean, I know you're a Sell by Chat wizard too, and you've trained people, and you've seen this a lot. Anything that kind of comes to mind for you around Sell by Chat or around this? Anything? Yeah. Totally. Yeah, which is another, that's a system, right? A framework is a system. Like our framework for chat is just this. It's you engage, you connect, you assess, you frame, you invite. And that's the chat flow. That's the framework. And you know where people suck? It's the right year. They suck at the transitions of moving between, like people can connect. Anybody struggle to connect and then start to talk about your business? Right? It's like, what's the pivot? How do you go from being friendly to being like, hey, can I help you with what I do? That's usually one of the challenges. But this is the skill within the framework. And this isn't like the only framework, that's just one. But you have to have a framework, Right? Yeah, great point. Which is just a framework is like a way of thinking. It's a systems. Okay, let's talk about calls. All right. Having a system for calls. You got if you run ads, you spend good money to get a lead, to book a call. And then, a lot of people, do you have, let me ask you this. When it comes to getting calls on your calendar, what's the frustrating challenge that, you might deal with? Is it do you ever deal with people not showing up? Is that ever a thing for you? Do you ever deal with just poor quality leads that are never going to buy, waste your time? I mean, those are two big ones that having some systems in place will certainly help. No shows, poor quality leads. Yeah. So some of that is going to be like your offer, right? Some of that is going to be the system. And so the system that we have, that we use, that works really good, is we have a video page with a button to our calendar. And the video sells them on why a call would be a great idea, a free call. And then the next page that they see, and in all of the email reminders, will have them make sure that they watch a homework video, with also all of our testimonials underneath, so that they know that we're actually good at what we do and we've helped other people before. And having this in place, plus some email reminders, took our show rates from 50% to 90%. People don't really no-show us anymore, but they used to. Yes or no in the chat, do you have a system like this that works? Okay, yeah. This is system number one. Okay. And it's super simple to build out. It doesn't take much, but this is a simple system that definitely needs to be in your business. This one is my favorite. Okay. We call this the workshop that doesn't matter. This is my favorite strategy of all time, because I love workshops, but even more than that, this strategy works amazing. All right. So the workshop that doesn't matter is whatever works for you. We're starting to get, because the system is in place now, we can run workshops on a dime with not a lot of work. In fact, Gabby, who's here, I can give her an idea and I can say, hey, I want to do a workshop on this. She goes into the backpack, whips it up, and it's done. The whole system. Because the system is built once, and then all you need to do to run another workshop and another workshop is change the title and the dates. So you build it once, and then you can use this strategy over and over again. And what it is is it's real simple. This is the page. This page, nothing fancy, 46% conversion rate. Title, picture, bullet points, 46% conversion rate. Cold audience, warm audience. Average, 46%. Warm audience is more like 60%. Crazy. But here's the craziest thing. If somebody books a call to go to a workshop, you know what the biggest problem is? About, like if on a good day, you might get, well, let's use this as an example. How many people do we have in here? 60. Well, that was pretty good. We had 200 people registered. So what is that? 30%-ish? Yeah, 30%. So you'll typically get a 30% show rate. But what happens to the other 70% of people who never come to your workshop? And maybe they watch the replay, maybe not. But they've, at this particular moment when they've joined, they've expressed the highest level of interest. So all we did, that where we book a ton of appointments from every single week that we run a workshop, is we just made an offer that says, hey, if you booked a workshop, if you're wanting to join a workshop like this, you might be a coach who's looking to do this and this and this. And whatever it is for you, you can say the same thing, right? And if that's you, then maybe you'd benefit from a free 15-minute call and get a personalized game plan, insight call, whatever it is. And do you know, this converts 10 to 20% of people who opt in from here will book a call. That's crazy. In this example, where 200 people registered, that means that I'm booking 20 to 30 calls before I even do the workshop. This is why the workshop doesn't matter. Because by the time the workshop runs around, I've already filled my calendar. Does that make sense? This is an awesome strategy for scaling. Okay? This one is amazing. And it's 2 pages. It's so simple. And if you can get to a spot where you run this every week, it's like, game over. You don't have to worry about booking calls. Easy. That makes sense? All right. Last one, retargeting. And so think about this. If you run ads, you can put your pixel in all these cool places. And a pixel is just a little spot that if somebody lands on the page, they'll track that person. And you can do this on your Instagram page. You can do this for people who have DM'd you. You can do this who landed on your school page but didn't opt in. Like they just checked out your school page, your about page. And here's something that we've been working with is like our school page converts at like 14%. Is that, what does yours convert at, Brandon? Do you know your about page? Yeah. Yeah, ours varies, and I've tried like recently switching like the video sales letter and like doing all these different things to convert. Yeah. So the average community in school, it converts around 18%. But if you think about this is really interesting to me, because that means that if 100 people, they clicked on your ad because they were interested in your school, only like 10 to 20 of them will actually fill out the form and join. And then the other 90 people, they just go back into the interwebs and like disappear. Except unless you have a pixel and unless you have a system for retargeting them. Because then these 80 to 90 people who just clicked on the ad can be shown different ads, and you can retarget them to have them take the next step, even if they didn't opt in. And this is cool. This is a new feature within Backpack, is like you can actually do this all without even going into the Facebook Ads Manager. So you can run retargeting ads directly from Backpack in the most simple, intuitive, like if anybody's ever tried to run Facebook ads through Meta and got confused, has anybody done that? We're not all wizards like Forbes. I'm also like, this was like, yeah, okay, even Forbes. So it's like, it can be a lot in there. And again, what works? Simple. That's why the Instagram strategy is great. I feel like, and Forbes is probably the OG inventor of that strategy that now everybody uses. But it's like, it works because it's simple. Like boost a post, follow me, talk to me, So from right within Backpack, now there's like limitations with what you can do for the ads like within Backpack, but retargeting you can do. Retargeting is simple. And you can retarget your Instagram followers, you can retarget people who landed on your Facebook or your school page. And again, it's another system that if you don't have, you're just leaving money on the table. Things are slipping through the cracks. You got a leaky boat. And this is why most coaches are burnt out and stressed out, because they're doing everything manually and they don't have anything in place to capture all the leads and just make it easy for yourself. And here's the thing is like, this takes something to build. I'm not going to it's going to take something. You're going to have to invest some time. You learn a little, like a new system. It will take something, like all good things. But then you have it and you build it once and you get to use it again and again and again, and it's leverage and it gives you your time back. And so these are the 5 systems that will transform your business if you put in place. I want to just pause here. I would love to know, drop in the chat, which of these systems, what are you liking? What are you catching? What are you learning? What's sticking out to you? Drop it in the chat. What are you picking up? What are you liking? What are you learning? What sticks out? I need the retargeting. This is bomb-ass system. Yeah. They're all force multipliers. Totally. Like in the comprehensive flow through, the whole thing. Omnipresence, yes. And omnipresence is interesting because I this might be my own limiting belief, but I've never been super interested in being Insta famous, but I have been very interested in having a very small committed community of the right people. I'd rather have a small community, it always feels weird to me posting on Instagram versus posting in my school community. Cause I know the people in my school community are a particular type of person, Instagram feels like a big void. Oh man, I don't know if I want to be that kind of influencer, but I do want to be an influencer. I want to be a good influence. I want to be a good role model to a specific group of change makers and leaders and thought leaders, who are, yeah. So anyways, the omnipresence is an omnipresence of the right people. That's what I'm interested in doing. And if you have a community and you have retargeting ads and you have some systems in place, and then all of those systems are magnifying the essence that you are, the offers that you have. You can't not win. Okay, so we got Backpack system is what I need. Yeah, amazing. Okay, cool. So if you feel that way, you're yeah, I need the Backpack system. This is cool. Then I'm going to show you something really cool. And I'm going to show you an offer. And I'm giving y'all the warning, okay? So the offer is coming. If you got value out of today and you're thank you, this challenge was awesome, this was great, I don't want to see the offer. This is the 30-second warning. The little red exit button is yours. If you do not hit that, then I am presuming that you want to hear the offer. I have this belief. I'm just like consent-based selling is my jam. I think if there was more like the internet would be a lot spammier of a place if people just like didn't shove offers down your throat if you didn't want to hear it. I'm so tired of that in my Instagram DMs. It's like a little ridiculous. So anyways, consent-based offer coming in. I'm going to drop it and then I'll let Brandon add his 2 cents. But this is the craziest thing. This is like the best offer that I've put together because it's with Brandon Forbes and like all of the pieces here. So here it is. And the only reason that we're doing, like, why are we even doing this is like, we're playing in the school games. We just decided to create what's the craziest no-brainer offer that we could come up with. And by the way, like right now we are like teetering on the line of like 10th place. And so we're like, well, let's make a crazy offer and see if we can win the school games. But this is not a regular offer. We probably will not have anything like this. This is just a right now thing and it disappears at the end of this month. So here's the offer, okay? Both Brandon Forbes and I, we have a particular way of running our school communities, which is, like I mentioned at the beginning, it's generosity first, right? This is why we do the free school community system. And we're going to come together and combine forces to work with a small group of committed coaches for 90 days. And you're going to get to pick our brains and we're going to give you the systems and everything for 90 days to help you get your offer, your ads, and your systems all in place. And you're going to get to learn from 2 school games winners. All right. And we're going to do this throughout November to the start of the next year. And here's everything that we're including in this. There's some crazy bonuses, but we're going to have, so part of this is you're going to get access to my community, which has already weekly coaching. We've got tech coaching. We've got weekly coaching with me. We have Yali, who's like crazy. She will light your ass up for accountability. Make sure that you actually get your stuff done. And then Brandon Forbes and myself are going to have special coaching as well. We just need to work out the dates. Okay. But if we were running a 90-day program, like what do you charge for your programs, Forbes? I'm like, like mine are $12K. Somebody who's working with us. So you get both of us, all right, for this, where we have coaching. Now, something that makes our system, I think, really freaking great is we have a very clear step-by-step roadmap. So if you've ever joined programs and gotten lost in like, what am I supposed to do, or overwhelmed, that doesn't happen with our people because we're like literally just where are you in the map, and then follow do this. It's linked to a training. You'll never know like what am I not supposed to be doing? You'll be very clear. Okay. What's the value of that? I don't know. Priceless. Okay. You have our signature program course. If I was going to like sell it as just like a standalone course, I might charge $497. That'd be like pretty cheap for that, but it will walk you through step by step how to create that transformational program. Okay. Then you also we have our Quantum School course, which walks you through exactly how we've set up our community, how we've created a mini course that actually attracts the right type of clients, how to run ads directly to school, which Brandon Forbes is going to add to. And then we've got how to convert using the 5 ways that we convert. So this is the whole system. This is the whole course. So that's in there as well. Number 3, we're going to get Brandon Forbes to share all of his secrets throughout the 90 days, and we're going to document that process and sharing the ads. This is his kind of zone of genius, and I've learned a ton from him. So excited to have him, reveal to us the secrets and coach us and support us in doing that. Anything you want to add into this one? No. Yeah. Okay. I know Brandon's got to go, so I'm going to try and get through it and then let Brandon, wrap us up here. Also, so in this offer, this is included is a year worth of the backpack software that does everything. So the entire software stack, It's a CRM. It replaces most of your other softwares. We have the step-by-step like onboarding. You get all of the software included in this offer. There's a lot in here, okay? You get all of our fast cash strategies. If you have an offer that you can sell for between $1,000 to $5,000, I'm going to get the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to give you 12 posts that have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars for me that if you could use one of these and get the entire investment back from this program. These are single posts designed to enroll clients who are ready to work with you. So if you have any audience at all, one of these is going to work to help you get a client. Forget the systems, forget the ads, forget like all the other stuff. Just this one thing, the fast cash campaign, is how you're going to get an ROI as quick as possible. Okay. So I don't know, if it got you one client, how much would that be worth? Bonuses. You get a year inside of my community, which is Quantum Coaches. We're the number 38th in the platform, on the whole platform for this. That would cost $299 a month or $3,600 a year. That's included in this offer. Okay. I'm going to throw in a one-on-one coaching call with me. I would charge $1,000 for this. This is only for the first 10 people. All right. So first 10 people who join, you'll get a one-on-one call with me. We can strategize your game plan. We can look at whatever's the most helpful thing for you. Bonus number 3, you're going to get a content session with I'm like, this offer's crazy, with my guy. He'll interview you. And then we'll take that interview, chop it up, and give you 9 new reels for your Instagram to give you like your Instagram facelift. All right, so 9 professionally edited reels done with a content session. All you have to do is show up and look pretty, and you'll get those done. You'll get 2 one-on-one sessions with our tech team to get your backpack set up for you. They'll integrate your calendars, get your email set up all of the basic, like all the 5 systems that I shared today. Those would all get set up for you one-on-one with our tech team. Inside of the backpack, we also have other softwares that if you bought individually would cost $2,400, like GrowthWorks AI. This thing can build courses, assets. It's crazy. I'm not going to go into detail, but that's included in here. We also have ZappyChat, which is an AI booking bot. That's in the backpack. You can program a bot to speak like you and book appointments for you. Crazy. I'm not going to go into it. It's a little bit more of an advanced thing, but that's included. All of our pre-built templates, automations done for you. So it's plug and play. You get the backpack and all of those templates are already there for you. Is that it? I think that's it. That's it. Okay. So it's literally like every single thing that you could possibly need to start or scale your business. And if you just recap these pieces, it's like 90-day accelerator with Brendan and I, signature offer course, ads course, backpack, fast cash strategies, one-on-one sessions, done for you reels. This isn't like a made up number. That would be the actual value of what we've put together here for you. What do you think of that? Anybody interested in this? I'm not going to charge 25 grand for it. Don't worry. I'm not going to charge 25. I'm not going to charge 10. I'll answer this question. What happens after the 90 days? So after the 90 days with Brendan and I, you're still in my community for another 9 months to get continued support without paying for it. You don't have to pay for the software. You don't have to pay for anything after. We could charge a lot of money for this, but what we decided to do, because we're playing in the school games, is make all of this available for 3 payments of $999. All of this. So, what I want to know right now is who's in. If you're in, if you want to take advantage of this deal, drop a me in the chat. I'm going to give you the link. And like I said, there's limitations on some of the bonuses. But I'm going to get the link, and I know Brendan's got to go. But Brendan, if you were going to add anything, what would you, what do you think? What do you think? What do you got? I know. It's stupid. Hundred. Yeah. Put me in the chat and then click this button and go get in there. Because we are limiting the first 10 are, yeah, like, yeah, they'll get that first payment is basically the fee for a one-on-one with me. And then the reels, those will have a limit to the first 20. So first 20 for those. And yeah, that's what we got. This is the best offer we could come up with. So I think it's pretty good. And if anybody, if you have any questions, like I'm going to stick around. I know Brandon's got to go. But man, I'm like, yeah, I'm pumped to work with you, Brandon, and help these people for 90 days. I think it's going to be like one of the things that I'm like, I want to make clear is like, because we're making this offer, I want to work with the people who are committed, who are willing to like take the action and actually like share the results. Cause I think like what would make this awesome is the case studies that'll come from it. Yeah. All right. And if you got questions, you can let them rip. Brandon, if you got anything else before you got to go, I know you got a hard stop, but I'll stick around, answer questions. And yeah, thank you, brother, for being here. Yeah. Awesome, dude. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Amazing. Let me flip this around. I'm going to answer some of these questions. What do we got? After the year of the backpack, what's the right? Yeah, that's a good question. So that is the way that we have it. It's $299, which is basically the way we framed it. Is if you're in our community, like the Quantum Coaches, you get the backpack for free. But the backpack by itself would cost. We would probably charge more than that, but it would be $299. So what we've done is kind of blended the backpack just with our community. Yeah. So, yep. Migrating, you can definitely, if you already have Go High Level, you can move over to backpack for sure. You can just transition that over. 100% backpack alone is worth it. You like the backpack for a year would cost $3,600, $299 a month for 12 months. This is basically you're getting all of those bonuses for the cost of a software. You don't need to purchase a domain name, but every school community has a unique domain name. And school is becoming more and more popular where like the domain names really matter. So you want to get a good one. I wasn't here the whole time, but this is good for someone who's just, yeah, it's like, this is an offer. This offer will work for you. We work with clients all the way from 0 all the way to 7 figures. And what makes me able to say this is good for you, even if you're just starting, is we have that roadmap where you can just cross-reference where am I at in my business? And then the roadmap will say, do this next step based on where I'm at. So yes. Does this include frameworks of how to structure your course? Yeah. So really what we're doing is like you get the entire Quantum Coaches community and everything that is in there. And then we just stacked on a bunch of bonuses to make this a no-brainer. So it comes with We'll teach you how to sell by chat. It's everything. It's everything that my one-on-one clients get. It's the same content. It's the same software system. The only difference is a limitation of how much access you get with me one-on-one time, because that ain't scalable. And the GrowthWorks platform will help you build your entire course in like seconds. It's pretty crazy. I didn't even show that piece, but it's like we have a tool for that. If after a year, is it easy to migrate the GHL account out? Yes. So if you like, cool, at the end of a year, you just wanted to take what you had and bring it to your own Go High Level account, you could just purchase a $99 a month Go High Level account and transfer out of our community and the backpack and just have it in a standalone Go High Level account for $99 a month. What if I'm still building content and want to launch Coaching Christian Wives? Amazing, but haven't launched yet. Yes. It's like, if you haven't launched yet, this is going to help you get launched. And more importantly, like, do it in the right way. And be supported for an entire year while you do that. Like 90 days is going to be an accelerator where we help you go quickly. But then you have an entire year to make one sale to pay for the entire thing. Do you think if you had our support, the system, the coaching, weekly coaching, accountability for an entire year, that you could sell one program for $3,000 and pay for this thing? I think so. I believe so. I know so. Like, we're looking for like 10xing the value here. All right. Any other questions? It does connect in with LinkedIn. Yes, it does. Sign me up. All right. Here's the link. Oh, whoops. That's a specific link to Dave Morrow. Get in there, Dave. That's the link to everybody. All right. So that's the link. That's how you get registered. When you get into that community, there is Gabby will reach out and get you access to all of the bonuses and benefits, and access to the other school community, get you on my calendar if you're one of the first 10. And let me just check. Do we got any other questions? If there's anybody who's like, I think so, maybe on the fence. Yeah, school-related question. I'm here for it. You're like, I don't know, maybe. Like, bring the question forward. I'd be actually genuinely curious. Like, what is in the way of you saying, hell yes, I'm in? Let me know. And yep, I'm here for the questions. So school-related questions, let it rip. What's your question? Question about the offer, question about school, question about your coaching business. If you're like looking for a little vibe check to see what coaching would be like. All right, Josh is on the fence. Let's see, what do we got? Think it's limiting beliefs. Amazing, good awareness. I think what's in the way is thinking I won't have enough time in the next 90 days to implement everything over the holidays. Great. And after the holidays, you'll have more time? Or will you have the same amount of life? That's definitely a limiting belief. If it is a priority, you find the time. And the more important thing is, this is actually a great question. It's like, I won't have enough time. If you are like, think about the difference between being totally scattered trying to build something and trying to decipher what there is to do, maybe get this course, maybe that, versus like having a straight line where you like, just do this one right next thing because this is the right next thing for you. How much time do you think it will take? It doesn't take that much time when the clear roadmap is there. But if what does take time is like, I got to do this or got to do that, like one coaching call with me, it's like can save you months of time of doing the wrong thing. So And in addition to that, it's like 90 days is just the accelerator. You still have an entire year. Like, we're not going to offer this again. So at the end of the holidays, you've got tons of time to still implement and to still get results and still get coaching. I can definitely help you with the niche. Like, our signature offer module is gangster. It's the best out there. I'm obviously biased, but it's like, I've been trained by the best and I've built a system for helping you figure this out. Every one of our clients in our low ticket community will come in with no offer, go through the module, get total clarity, get total confidence, and go make sales. So the answer to that is yes. After the first months, do you think we will see results? Yes. But what are the results? It's like it's like there are basically inside the program. So like we have something called, like, we have accountability calls. Okay. And let me demystify things, because yes, there's systems and the offer, but the things that are going to move the needle, which we track and we encourage you to track and share with us as a community, public accountability. Do you know what those things are? Creating content, starting chat conversations, commenting, and running ads. There is no way that you could do those 4 things every single day and not have a flood of leads. And those are the things that we track. And so if you do those 4 things, and we will hold you accountable to doing those 4 things amongst a few other things, you can't not get results. You'll be more clear, you'll be more confident, you'll be in momentum, your energy will shift, you will attract better clients, and yes, that will happen in 30 days. Perfect time to reinvest. Frank, graduated 2 weeks ago, congrats. Now let's get to building the business. Let's get it. I have like 70 pending member requests. I would consider low quality, no bio. No, I wouldn't add them. Would you rather have 70 duds? I mean, if they gave you their email, then you already have their email. So export the list and decline them. Or you can send them all a message if you don't have like we have a system in place, but if you can just send them a message before you let them in and say, hey, answer the questions and I'll let you in. Or get rid of I refuse to let people with pictures of cats and dogs as profile pictures into our community. We have humans in our community, no cats. All right. How are we doing? We answered all the questions. Beautiful. Yes. Great, Melissa. Look forward to seeing you in there. All right. I think we've answered the questions. Who's still on the fence and still sitting here and just waiting for permission to invest in yourself? Got a question? You want to bring it forward? Coaching call with Dan. This is what it's like. I'm going to call you into the greatest version of yourself so you can make an impact in the world. Go Canada. Dave Morrow, fellow Canadian. All right, team. The chat has quieted. I've said all I can say. If you are in, yes, let's go. All right, homies. Here's the link. Get in there. We've already had a couple people sign up. I suspect that the one-on-one with me is going to disappear today. But get in there. Let's go. I can't wait to work with you all. I know Brandon is going to be just as stoked. And have an excellent rest of your Friday. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.